That's just. I don't know what to tell y'all boys. We've been through this over and 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 over again. I don't want to get mass reported, so I won't say too much on this platform because we get paid off this platform. I want to know what Russell Westbrook's overall record is as an NBA player, but what do y'all got to say about Russell Westbrook? I want to know. Do you know what his overall record is?
Positive, I know that. I
You
mean,
think so?
Yeah,
he's
if
had
it's
literally
yeah,
a deep stretch of from like 20 whenever they beat the Lakers. They probably went to the playoffs before that, but from then up until this year, he's made the playoffs that entire
yeah.
stretch.
If a
So
majority of your career you made the playoffs, there is a 95%
Oh,
chance you have a positive
let me
record.
say
So
I don't think I don't think it's not positive. I think he is close to 500.
I
I
don't
would
think
still
so.
say no.
Yeah, because that would mean you would have to have at least a solid amount of down years where you didn't make the playoffs or you were below 500. And outside of his probably first 3 seasons, this is off the top of my head. He was drafted in what, 08. They made the playoffs in 2011 for the first time, I think. The first 3 years of his career, he wasn't, but outside of that, he's been making the playoffs.
I can't even look it up right now.
Chad
But
is saying 593 to 404.
that is significantly over 500.
Yeah,
So
that's 60%.
590.
593 to 404, that's 69%.
I want to look this up, but I just this is when he gets in
Russ has
trouble.
been on some really good teams.
Okay,
Yeah.
and mind you,
Really good teams.
I truly just wanted to know. Um, but do y'all have any Damo specifically? Because we know that you're that Russ guy. Do you have any
Mm.
comments about Russell
Russ,
Westbrook?
it just baffles me how many people, and my issue isn't even with Russ at this moment because Russ is gonna Russ, which means Russ is gonna suck. I know yes, last night on Spaces, our guy Low tried to do his
Mm.
best to not say anything about Russ out of the side of his name, just keep it strictly basketball. Well, I'm not Low. All right. I can keep it strictly basketball and be completely honest. He fucking sucks. He's a loser. If people don't know why he got benched, if you look at the play, I want to say it was the play right before RJ Barrett hit that three that took us in overtime. He had a defensive, not even a defensive lapse. Evan Fournier refused to guard him, which literally killed the defense and forced a crazy play. And then he ended up hitting that shot. Russell Westbrook has so many mental collapses on defense. It's not even funny. And at this point, teams are putting centers, power forwards, and small forwards on him, which is just disrespectful if you're a player of Russ's caliber, which I understand people aren't holding to the same standards they held him to in 2017, 2018. I get that. But at the end of the day, Russell Westbrook is still an all-star contender anytime he plays basketball. Russell Westbrook is still one of the better point guards um in terms of perception in the NBA. You always the perception of Russell Westbrook, he's top 15 point guard, top 10 point guard automatically. And that's not the reality. He's literally, I would rather have Capazzo. I've said this a million times. Rather have Capazzo, rather have TJ McConnell. I'd rather have point guards that just do their fucking job and
Right.
don't and just play their role, especially on the defensive side of basketball. All these he gives 110% people. How do you give 110% but you don't play defense? Obviously, you're not giving 110%.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. The only one of the few scenarios I would dead ass have Russ on my team is if I'm in a situation where I just have garbage and I want to make the playoffs, just like as the seventh or eighth seed. Because I truly still do think when it comes to floor raising, Russ is still better than a lot of point guards in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? He's better than a Peyton Pritchard. He's better than a Compazzo, like Dom said. I'll give him that, like for real. But when it comes to elevating your championship status, what really matters in the playoffs, I'd rather have a Peyton Pritchard. I'd rather have a Compazzo, like Damo said. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to it, when you have the status that Russell Westbrook has, that's what it comes down to, is the playoffs. So when people talk about, man, y'all don't really say anything when he's playing good, there's a reason for that, bro. We're not talking about the regular season. The frustration really comes from Lakers fans fearing that this is what they're going to see in the playoffs when it really matters. When it really matters. Last night was against the Knicks on national TV. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all had to go to OT, choked up a lead in the fourth quarter. And it's just very frustrating. I would be very frustrated as a Lakers fan if I dead ass see my team playing better when he's off the court, yet they're forced to play him because of his status. That's so frustrating. There's literally a lineup where y'all play better, and we can't normalize that because it's Russell Westbrook. That's extremely frustrating. So I don't want to hear the argument of where's this energy now? I'm sorry, you don't want to hear like an exuberant amount of praise for a guy playing to his standard. Like when Curry gets a lot of fucking praise is because he's playing above even his standard. When he's playing at an MVP caliber level. When Russ is putting up 22, 6 and 6 on 50% shooting. Woo, thank God. About damn fucking time, bro. 12 years in the league. It's about damn time. It's about damn time. That's
Can I just say, looking at the chat, Christian, Mr. Williams, for one, yes, I'm calling the names out, nigga. Two, please stay for the Q&A so I can come up and give y'all dumbass points because I'm so sick. It's niggas like you. I'm talking to you, Christian, Mr. fucking Williams. I'm talking to you. Niggas like y'all kill me because we sit here and talk about the obvious problems with Russ that he's had since he was 21 years old, and y'all always say, but he had 4 good games and no one said anything. Bro, how many bad games has he had compared to LeBron and AD? Do that for me. How many bad games has he had this year compared to other players of his caliber? That's the fucking problem. Like Biso said, we're not worried about regular season Russ. If someone's seen that fucking graphic earlier this season where it's Russ hate at the beginning of the season, Russ plays great middle of the season, Russ chokes at the end of the season, that's literally what the fuck we're used to. So yes, when we see him play bad, it's not just regular season Russ is chilling. Bro, it's playoff Russ. Y'all, this Christian, yes, I'm calling you out. Now, it's not crazy because you was crazy enough to type in the chat like niggas don't see. I'm looking at the chat right here. So it's not crazy I'm calling you out. You want to defend Russ? Definitely defend Russ. This nigga, Mr. Williams, I didn't defend Russ at all. Fuck out of here. Yes, you did. Now niggas is taking back what the fuck. I'm watching you niggas in the chat. So y'all tell me since Russ had 4 great games, no one said nothing in. When the fuck did he have 4 great games in the fucking playoffs straight? When was the last time he played in the playoffs? It wasn't a detriment to the team he was on. What about that Russ? Fuck Russ in November. Fuck Russ in December. Fuck Russ in January, February, March. Where is Russ in April, June, and July? What Russ is that? That's the Russ I'm worried about seeing because that's the Russ I see every time he plays bad.
I specifically want to talk about the fans in this situation, and I'm casual. I don't know too much, but and I'm gonna try to tie all this in. I was sitting down with the mother of my child, and we're on Twitter scrolling, and it was a tweet that was like, "Oh, look at this dad come and pick his kids up from school. Wish there were more dads like him. Let's applaud this and X, Y, and Z." And she was like, I don't get it. He's picking his child up from school, and mind you, I don't think the dad was looking for praise either. It was just the way the social media had spun it. She's like, I don't get it. He's picking his kid up from school. That's what a dad should do. You don't go to the aquarium and start applauding the fish for swimming. I don't understand why Russell Westbrook fans want you to so badly highlight the games that he plays competent and or well. He's paid a lot of money. That's what he's supposed to do. I'm not applauding the fish for swimming. I'm not applauding you if you don't have 8 turnovers. He only had 5. When your threshold is that low, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He shot 45%. Are we serious? Are we applauding him for things like that? You want us to dedicate spaces, podcasts. You want us to dedicate time, effort, and energy to dedicate you for what you're supposed to be doing? 20 points tonight, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, only 4 turnovers. Westbrook is back. I'm not applauding you for what you're supposed to do. And I think lately, I know because that's what I visibly see. Lately, NBA Twitter has gotten so out of control.
Yeah.
NBA Twitter has gotten completely out of pocket. And I'm not gonna lie, Damo said it the other day, and I didn't get time to really address that tweet. I thought Warriors Twitter was bad. Hawks Twitter topped them. Hawks Twitter was wilding this week. And then Russ Twitter said, you know what? Hold my beer. I'm going to show you how ridiculous it can really get. Because the fact that they reported low for just voicing an opinion on a player that played bad, Sage thought we was doing the bit where we didn't know we was live. It's been over, buddy. It's been over.
Nah,
been
nigga.
over.
I came in the crib, seen y'all was live, joined up. I don't know if y'all seen my little black camera or whatever. By the way, what's good, chat? But nigga, long story short, bro, made move my cord, bro. I was searching for this motherfucker for 20 minutes, bro. Swear to God, could not find that shit. But my fault.
I don't understand. I just don't understand what's going on NBA Twitter. People can't voice opinions. The name calling has gotten just crazy style, like overly crazy style. The disrespect has gotten overly crazy style, especially the people that are talking about basketball things. I don't even understand what's going on anymore. To report, like I said, to report a whole space, to get an account locked for hate speech when we're talking about basketball things, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. So let me just give a timeline on like exactly what happened yesterday for those who don't know. So the Knicks and the Lakers played. Russ played like shit, 1 for 10. Lakers still won though. And legend of winning, aka Low, aka Marcel to some people, you know what I'm saying? Made made a Twitter space titled something along the lines of like Lakers are still trash or some shit like that. You know, his emotions were high, you could tell. He was very passionate about what he was saying. It was mainly criticism towards the Lakers and Russell Westbrook. Not even mainly. That was what the whole space was about. Pulled 5,000 people in there, solo dolo, no one up there, just off the strength. And then out of nowhere, I get this message that says I got kicked from the space. So I just thought like, dang, he was trying to bring me up and he accidentally removed me. Like, what the fuck happened? And then I see on my timeline, everyone else got the same thing. And lo and behold, Lo puts out a tweet and says that the Twitter space got taken down because of hate speech. It got reported for hate speech. And now he can no longer join or make Twitter spaces on his main account. Because of hate speech. Now, for those who don't know, I'm going to just bring up the definition, the technical definition of hate speech. Now, mind you, again, the context is he's dead ass just talking about Russell Westbrook, the Lakers, and basketball in a passionate way. Criticism. There's still a clear line between hate speech and passionate criticism. So hate speech, the definition is abusive or threatening speech or writing that expresses prejudice against a particular group, especially on the basis of race, religion, or sexual orientation. What the fuck about talking about Russell Westbrook playing like shit has anything to do with prejudice, especially on the basis of race, religion, or sexual orientation? That's nasty.
Can I just add one detail that's being overlooked, bro? Why do I know about this shit at 1 o'clock? Like, this is I have a theory that sometimes we just need to go to bed. This shit was at 12:30. Like, I missed a good amount of it. That my pod members was in the group chat saying, yo, you gotta come, blah blah blah. Yo, 12:30, I pull up, I done missed half the shit. Why 2 more spaces on a similar type of timing form till like 3:30 in the morning? Everybody just ranting about the same subject. All of this shit going on because of one player having a bad game. And niggas not knowing how to act, bro. Go to bed, bro. At this point, go to bed, bro. It's just ridiculous, bro.
After Lowe's Twitter space got taken down, I ain't gonna lie, no basketball was actually talked about after.
100%.
Zero.
Pushiesty, that's my dog.
Yeah, I know you're in that space, bro. Oh my God,
That's what I
people
wanna
was
talk
going
about.
crazy. Shove was in there. You know what I'm saying? Crazy drama going on in the E streets. But before we move forward, I want to give a special shout out to a super chat we just saw. I think Omar already brought it up. But shout out to Elijah Franklin. He
Oh
says,
yes,
I just
sir.
beat cancer on
Oh,
Friday.
Yes,
And
sir.
y'all got me through my treatment. Thank y'all. Yo, spam out W's in the
Yes,
chat.
sir. Give me a W for that.
Congratulations. Very happy for you, man. For
Congrats, my
wishing you the
G.
best.
if I hit and I wanna address this one from Coded Ice next. Also, that Twitter space with Rayvon was giving me a headache, especially with all that spiritual Bible stuff he was spewing. Also, he's a hypocrite.
A huge
Um,
hypocrite.
and then LJ27 says, "How are there even Russ fans left?" I want to share my screen. I don't even know if this is the way I'm supposed to be doing it or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna just do the whole window. There is one specific chart. Field goal attempt of Russell Westbrook, Russell during the 2021-2022 season. He is damn near below league average from everywhere. From damn near everywhere, I should say. I phrased that horribly.
Mm-hmm.
Only above league average in two places, and league average at what is that? Four? Again, I don't understand why we're giving this man praise when he has a good game. When this is it, we are 50 games in. This is it. Now, I love my brother Stan, and this is specifically to the Ravon point. I don't understand why or how he kept going into different spaces and rooms, giving these minuscule people their 15 seconds
Mm.
of fame over and over again. And I know that's his point. It'll only happen every once in a while, but stop giving these lame ass niggas space.